Hey y'all, Kevin here. This is Purereviews, where I review all kinds of products. So if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you find this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button and maybe leave a comment. That really helps out the channel a ton and I greatly appreciate it. So today's product is available on Amazon, so I've included a link in the description that will take you to the product so you can see the current price point, see if it's on sale, all that lovely information. But what is it? So today's product is a TENS machine. My household is a big fan of TENS machines. They really reduce that muscle pain and relieve that tension at the end of a long day. So this is by a company called Avcoo. This is the box it's going to come in. And once you open it up, you're going to get a ton of pieces that is going to have everything you need. So right off the bat, you're going to get a little bag to store everything in. This is actually important because there's lots of parts and pieces. Then you are going to get a USB to USB Type-C charging cable, which is going to be required to charge up the device itself. Then you're going to get the little electric nodes here. This is what you're going to plug into the pads, into the device. You're going to get 2 of them, so you can actually use 4 pads at one time. Then you will, of course, get an instruction manual that tells you how to use it, but we're kind of going over a lot of those details right now. Then you're going to get 3 different types of pads, and they're going to come in these little Ziploc bags. So first one, you get this little size here, which is great for larger surfaces. Once again, you get 4 of them, so you can use all 4 if you want, or most of the time, I just use 2 at a time, but you get that option to it. Then you get nice, basically a nice small set here. Once again, you get 4 more of these. So these are great for like on your arm or something like that, where you need a more precision spot to get to that pain. Then finally, you've got the larger ones, and these are the ones that I like. Now, how you put them on is you just peel it off and then you apply it. So we use this on my lower back, and be sure to save this because these can be used over and over and over again. You can use them a lot until basically the sticky part no longer works, and then you kind of have to get rid of them. So they last a long time. So it's not just a one-time use, so keep that in mind. And then you're just gonna basically clip these on like a button, and then this part plugs into the device itself. They do include these nice little Velcro straps to keep the cord from getting tangled, which is really nice. Then you are going to get the device itself. Now, like I said, I'm a big fan of TENS units. We've used them in our house for many years now. Why I like this thing is typically the TENS units are a lot bigger. They have a big screen and they have lots of buttons and everything. This thing is so compact. It's nice and small. So if you are sitting there doing your TENS while watching a movie, it doesn't take up a lot of room, which is really, really, really cool. Give you an idea, this is approximately 5 inches tall and it's like a little over 3¼ inches wide. So it's super small. It can also fit in like your purse or your bag or anything like that. Really, really easy. Now, let's go over the features because that's the real important part. Right there at the top, that's where you plug in the little guys right here, the nodes, I guess you will. And then you will have a power button right there on the side. You'll just hold that down and it will turn on and you have a nice, bright, easy to read screen. Now, it has, let's go over the different modes because it has 30 different modes. And a lot of the modes you kind of just have to experiment with and see what you're comfortable with. Like my wife and I, we have different modes. Like there's some that are way too intense for me and they're like nothing to her. So you kind of have to play with it and figure out what works for you. But what's nice is there's 30 different options. But with that said, 1 through 17 is the traditional TENS. So a TENS, how that's actually working is that's tricking your brain into blocking those pain receivers. So if you have chronic back pain or you have chronic knee pain and you do the TENS, it's going to relieve that pain because it's tricking your nerves into not thinking about that pain so you're not experiencing it. Now, if you use modes 18 through 30, that is the EMS mode. And so what that is it's kind of that muscle stimulation. So if you are, let's go to the gym, you're working out and your muscle's really tense, you can do that. And what it's going to do is it's going to send those electrical pulses and it's going to kind of constrict and relax the muscle to where the muscle becomes more relaxed and it's not as tense. So those are the kind of the difference between the 2 options. So depending on what your pain is. Now, obviously, if you suffer from any kind of health condition, you should consult with your physician or doctor before using a TENS unit to see if it's right for you. Same thing if you have a pacemaker. It's really important because these are adding electrical signals into your body, and you want to make sure that it can work with your heart and all that kind of stuff. So consult with your physician if you are looking for this kind of device. It's always a good idea. Now, how that kind of works is when you put them on your body, you're going to put them in a diagonal position across from the spot that hurts. So if I had a sore muscle right here, I would put one there and I would put one on the other side. So that way it's sending that signal across the point that you want to treat. So keep that in mind when you're using it. Now, also, in addition to the 30 different modes, it has 30 different intensity levels. So once again, how you do that is you click, once you get your mode, you click the plus or minus button, and it's going to increase the intensity. See how it's going up there? And you can work your way up. That's what I would recommend. So like when you start off at a lower, and as time goes by, you can work up to a higher setting. There is no way I would be all the way, at least me personally, no way I'd be on a 30. If you've been on a 30, let me know. That's just way too intense for me. But that's how you can work your way up. So once again, you have a lot of customization. You have the 30 modes and the 30 levels of intensity. And then finally, the last kind of setting is the timer. And you're going to hit the big T button right there. And then you can adjust that by hitting the plus buttons here. You hit that T button, see how it keeps going up? That is going to allow you to set the minutes that it works. So this thing can go all the way up from 10 minutes to 90 minutes. So you can set it for a long range of how much you want. And it just starts, keep hitting the button until it goes all the way back. So that's all you do, just keep hitting that T button. Now, if you want to lock it, you just hold down that T button and it'll lock in the settings so you don't accidentally change it while you are utilizing it. And to change the modes itself, you're going to use these arrows. You'll use the up and down arrows, and as you can see, it will change them. And then at the very bottom there, you see where it says 10s. And then once you get into the 18, see, we'll click there. Then it's going to switch over to the EMS mode, which is kind of gives you an idea. So even if you can't, like, oh my God, he's telling me I'm not going to remember 18 is EMS, it'll tell you on the device, which is nice. And then battery life. So let's talk about battery life here. It's got multiple uses before you have to recharge it. It plugs in and charges at the bottom right there. You can get up to 30 hours out of this thing. So it's got plenty of uses before you have to charge it again. If you do it and then you pass it on to somebody else and they're going to work on it for a little bit, that will you'll have enough juice for that. And then to turn it off, you're just going to hold down that power button again and the screen will turn off. So that is the ins and outs of this little mini TENS machine. Like I said, I'm a big fan of TENS machines. I totally recommend it. I love how compact and lightweight and tiny this thing is. That's kind of a big perk to me. Remember, these things are reusable. Don't throw them away. You can use them until they basically run out of stickiness to them. And that is it. If there was something that I didn't cover that you're curious about, hit me up in the comment section. If you thought this video was helpful, say thanks. That really helps out the channel a ton, and I greatly appreciate it. Also, hit that like before you go. Check out the link in the description to take you to the product page. You can see the current price point. And until the next video, you guys take it easy. Later. Congrats, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated for the support. Be sure to hit that like button on the video. It really does help out. And if you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you want to get notified when new videos come out on this channel.